here, it is called Piccolo Me, which for some reason has stuck in my head as Piccololo. And it is in a place which I do not visit frequently, a suburb, apart from the gym here, called Smeaton Grange. Every time I hear that name, Smeaton Grange, I think Smeaton Grange. It's so not an apt name for this place because the population here would never fit what I imagine in my head being Smeaton Grange. Very, very different. Um, so let's talk about Piccolo Me. What can I tell you, my ladies and friends? We'll try the coffee first. All right, the coffee is excellent. So there you go. The service from this person who looks like the owner is excellent. The service from her assistant is the opposite. She was like, "What do you want?" All right. And then instead of saying, "This is the cost, blah, blah," she just points to the credit card machine and goes, "Here you go." The worst service ever. But it is expected from someone who is, still in high school and doesn't want to work at this shop. So it's normal, so hats off to them. The other thing is that it's amazingly busy. It seems to be an industrial area, very busy. It is an economic class that is maybe people who are blue collar, which brings back memories of all the years of driving trucks. So that's interesting. A lot of people were quite stressed and not that happy, seemed to sort of been almost like they were rushed out of bed and pushed into real life on a Saturday morning, not wanting that. So that's quite interesting. We have a lovely gentleman sitting outside wanting peace and quiet, which I have now rudely interrupted by sitting here. But it is a public space, and if I wasn't talking to you, I'd be talking to no one, but other people would be talking to other human beings, because I've noticed a lot of people like to do things with other people. This is something that I prefer not to do in general. I very much prefer to bring my mathematics. Mariana, Marquette, Evangelist, hello? Oh, Marchetti, sorry. Ah, you're Portuguese. Okay, so we would say como vai você, which I know was obviously a bit Brazilian accent, even though you're possibly not from Brazil. I'll say tudo bem, obrigado, como vai você, muito bom, obrigado. Yeah, nice to see you. Sfortunatamente non sono portoghese, sono italiano. No, I'm not even Italian actually. I taught myself Italian, but I am not Italian. But does that really matter? No, I am not Italian, nor am I Portuguese. But does it really matter? These nation states that we ascribe to ourselves. When I first undertook my genetic ancestry test, I realized that it was quite amazing. My pleasure. It was quite amazing, not about my particular origin, but where if you look at my relations, you thought I was English. Well, darling, I might very well be. It's a very bad accent. But what I noticed was that there was a large flow of my ancestry. Like, imagine pouring a bucket of water and it's spreading over a map, and it doesn't really care about the name of the countries. That's sort of what happened. So the origin started according to the Y side, so the father side. The Y chromosome originated moving out of Africa about 22,000 years ago, just after a recent ice age, into a mountainous region initially in Iran, in West Asia, called the Zagreb Mountains, I think. And then from there, it seems as though my ancestors then moved to mountains in Dagestan, near, or probably in the Russian Federation. And then about 5,000 years ago, they moved downwards into the mountains of what we now call Lebanon, which was Canaan, and at that point, obviously, been there ever since. So I guess you would call that Semitic. But a lot of them then went into Europe. So Greece, southern Italy, Spain, some of them went into northern Europe as well. So when some people say, oh, you look European, I'm like, actually, you guys look like us. It's the same thing. What's the difference? Yeah. You know, and then of course you get modified by culture and linguistics, etc., and things change. And then people's understanding of their own identity change. Dr. Bro has asked me to say their name in the stream. Dr. Bro _1. Ah, you are number one. Nice, very cool. So that's about it. Anyway, we're going to interview this gentleman today. So he seems to be an interesting character. He's a manager at a gym in Smeaton Grange, and I will talk to him about health at different ages and ask him lots of questions, and we'll see how we go. He thinks differently to most, so that's my impression anyway. So it'll be interesting to see how he looks at discipline, health, training when you're 20 versus 30 versus 40, how to maintain a healthy lifestyle ongoing as opposed to just some random diet that lasts 6 months or 12 months to get into a dress or a suit. So we'll see how we go. Anyway, unless anyone has any questions, that's all I've got for you today. We could always talk about many things, about which I do have analyses, but I will refrain at the moment and go and set up and do this interview. So later on today or tomorrow, you should see some shorts pop up. Not literal shorts, but YouTube shorts popping up from the interview. And we look forward to your feedback. So until then, don't forget, take life one smack at a time. And ciao.